Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Blair Henley Frank from VentureBee coming to you live from QuickBooks Connect in San Jose, California with the final interview of the day. I'm joined by Hector, who's
How are
here
you?
to talk with us about using YouTube to promote your business.
How are you, Blair?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Fantastic.
How's your show been?
Excellent. Mind-blowing. It's meeting a lot of fine folks. Great venue. Absolutely great.
Awesome. So I saw you walk in here with a DSLR, a shotgun mic, and a gorilla pod that's over somewhere off camera over there. You're talking a lot about using YouTube for marketing your business. How does that work? Where are you coming from?
So first of all, a couple years ago, I decided to start doing webinars to kind of teach the stuff that I know, and at the same time sort of showcase my knowledge. So for the folks that want to learn from me, they would watch those videos. For the folks that like what they see and they want to hire me, they would obviously call me. So I have a pretty large library in my YouTube channel. It's a personal YouTube channel, hectorgarcia.com. I want to plug it in. So it's a personal YouTube channel. I have over 300 YouTube videos, mostly about accounting, QuickBooks, a little bit about Excel, that sort of thing. So I recently challenged myself to move from tutorial only to a little bit of that vlogging or that documenting sort of my day-to-day. So I bought, what I think to be a kind of like a nice self-documenting camera, and I'm gonna start experimenting with asking some of my clients, hey, can I experiment a little bit with taking some video of your business and interviewing you at the same time that I do standard accounting work.
Right.
Just to kind of see, because I think there's thirst for people seeing like sort of the reality show of a small business.
Mm-hmm.
You see shows like The Profit.
Yeah.
They're extremely popular. I think a lot of folks are thirsty to see what goes on inside of a business, what do accountants do, and how do we advise clients to be better. So that's why you saw me walking around with the camera, because I'm practicing and playing, and that's kind of a future thing. But yeah, I absolutely believe that if you share your knowledge, and if you're good at writing, you should write a book. But I'm not good at writing. I'm good at talking, yeah. Or arguably maybe, who knows. But I'm good at talking. I'm good at expressing my passion about something, and I'm very passionate about doing your accounting correctly. So I do videos about that and make them freely available on the internet. It's been a fantastic marketing tool.
Awesome. And so, what's the equation for people who might be thinking about this, thinking about getting started? When should they commit to something like video versus something, like a more traditional blogging style, or even just, standard advertisement?
So not all customers buy right after they see a video. Mm-hmm. And it is likely that a lot of the customers that I've done business with have never even been to YouTube. So I am not saying that you should absolutely do everything in YouTube and that's the only way to get customers. However, the customer that I want is the self-starter that's trying to figure out how to do things right, because they want to make sure their books are correct, because they're passionate about getting real-time information, but then get stuck because they need a person that lives and breathes this stuff to kind of get them over that hump. So I want to attract that customer that is savvy enough to be dangerous at it, right? And but then will truly value a much limited time from me, because I will give them those quick answers, and I don't want to say I can charge more, but because I can provide a lot more value, I don't need to spend as much time to have an impact as if I were going to do traditional accounting. So I want to attract that customer, the YouTube watcher, and I also want to attract influencers. I'm actually putting myself out there because I want fellow influencers, not on the profession, but folks that are out there delivering their message with a home business or whatever. I want them to see, oh, there's an accountant that's a YouTuber. I think he will understand me. So I will obviously love to engage with those folks. So it's just what I'm targeting, what I'm trying to get at, and at the same time, I'm passionate about educating my peers. And I think a lot of my peers are watching this video. So it's sort of a mixed bag. Now, your question about how should people get started. My first recommendation is just do it. Don't worry about the details, just do it. Think about how people learn any profession, how people become an expert at anything, typically it's those big screw ups that give you that huge learning experience. So how are you going to be a great video maker, a great storyteller, a great trainer, whatever it happens to be? How are you going to do it if you didn't do it wrong a couple times? So I'm going to say just go to youtube.com, log in with your Google account, click on my channel, literally, and then click upload if you have something already produced, and start from there. Just do it, get feedback from your clients, from your employees, from your mom. Everybody has really good feedback to give, and then adapt from there. But you have to do it because you first of all, you got to put yourself out there. And something that's interesting about cameras is that we are one person, but when the camera gets in front of us, we perk up, we up our game, we make sure that we're delivering right. So there's something interesting about camera that ups people's games, and I think that if folks are out there sharing, they're gonna get better. They're gonna research more. They want to make sure they're accurate. They may modulate better. I have a very, very strong accent. I don't know if I'll be able to completely fix that. But when I do videos, I try to modulate. I try to slow down. So I think it's also a great self discovery and a self improvement thing to do, to put yourself out there in video and just share your story, whether it's accounting or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And so, for you, was it a natural move to go from being an accountant to being almost a performer?
Sure.
And so, for those people who are,
I'm still an accountant.
Oh yeah, well,
yeah,
of course, you are now both an accountant and a performer.
Right.
What's your advice for people who see that, who see a camera or a microphone and they're like, I don't want anything to do with that. That is super anxiety producing. I don't want to go anywhere near it.
Look, I don't think every single accountant out there should have a YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Now, could they? Yes. But should you try? I think yes. Mm-hmm. And if you're gonna be nervous and you're not gonna be able to get over that hump, then it's probably you're not gonna be able to be the best of yourself in it. Mm-hmm. But what I'm gonna say is, look, we already talk to people. I'm already sitting here talking to you. There's cameras in front of me, right? That does up, I am more nervous than I would if we were just casually speaking. Mm-hmm. But we already do this in real life. We talk to people. We discover things along the way. We brainstorm. We give ideas. We share ideas. You have to try to just tune them out. Mm-hmm. Tune out the cameras. Tune out the webcam. Whatever happens to be, just tune it out. And if you have a message to give, whether you think it's good or bad, you will never know who's listening. I am telling you. A couple of days ago, one person came to me and says, Hector, let me take a picture with you. I'm from Serbia. I came all the way from Serbia to QuickBooks Connect to meet folks like you. And she says, let me tell you something. You're huge in Serbia. I cannot tell you. That is the coolest thing I ever heard. I'm going to get a t-shirt that says you're huge in Serbia. And just because the moral of the story is you never know who's watching. You absolutely never know who's watching, and you never know whose life you can impact simply by just sharing your struggle, your wins, and also your doubts.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So one more thing to give people something to take home with them. If they want to learn more about video production, if they want to get started, any good places for them to go and pick up, a good way to get that kickstart?
So that's a great question. So I taught a session yesterday on kind of how to do it and encouraging people how to do it. And for the last 6 months, I've been basically collecting what would be my recommendation of videos to watch and tutorials to watch that will get you there, and I put them on my website. So it's hectorgarcia.com/QBC. If you go there, these are the additional resources I gave to all the attendees of my class. You're gonna see some of the videos I made about video making and some of my favorite videos from other video makers that have inspired me and also helped me along the way to get better.
Awesome. All right, well, thanks for taking the time to chat with us. This has been really great. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, folks, that's going to do it for day one here at QuickBooks Connect. Thanks so much for joining us on the stream. We'll be back at you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, right here live in San Jose. For VentureBeat and for the fine folks here on the production team, this is